Hey everyone, welcome to my channel, Root Yoga Therapy. I'm your certified yoga therapist, Jasmine, and I am 26 weeks pregnant. So if you've been following along, we've dived into different parts of the body, and today we're going to readdress our hips. This is going to be super important as we gear up for our third trimester and labor and delivery to really soften and open up around our hips and lower back, our inner groin. And if you've been experiencing some round ligament pain, I know I have, this could also feel really nice and juicy. So go ahead, jump into something comfy and join me on your mat. Okay, welcome back. So we're just going to start off in a really simple cross-legged position. I'm sitting on a little blanket here. If you've been following along, you might have some props. I always like to work with blocks and a blanket. So if you have something similar or have these props at home, go ahead and set them up by your mat so you have easy access to them as we move about the practice. So nice to be on the mat. Let's go ahead and close the eyes. Bring one hand to the heart, one hand to the base of the belly, and just again developing that connection, sending those love notes to your baby, and finding your breath. And as you're here, starting to develop a baseline for your practice, just beginning to notice what other sensations you might be feeling in your body. What other qualities are showing up? Finding those nice smooth breaths in and out through the nose. And then gently blinking the eyes open, placing the hands just at the front of the shins. We'll just start off with some little circles. So shifting your hips forward on the inhale, releasing over to one side, kind of curling into the spine, over to the opposite side, and forward again. This is a great way to get into the hips and the sides of the body. Next time you meet your body in center, switch the directions, moving in the opposite way. It's funny because as I do this, I hear all these little pops happening in my hips, in my back. And when you come back to center, pause here. Just feeling your sit bones nice and rooted, sweeping your arms up overhead, nice big stretch. Interlace your fingers, flipping your palms up towards the ceiling. You're going to kind of pull your biceps back towards your ears. And then as you exhale, lower your arms to shoulder height and then switch the rotation of the hands. So now the knuckles are forward and kind of guide the knuckles forward even more, rounding into your upper back and dropping the chin down. As you inhale, flipping your palms, breathe in, reaching arms skyward. Exhale, rounding, flipping the knuckles forward and curling into the upper back. Nice, 3 more. Inhale, flip the palms, reach up. exhale, rotate the hands, lengthen forward, rounding into the upper back. Last two, inhale. Exhale. And last one, inhale. And exhale. Good, inhale, send those arms skyward, reaching palms towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, releasing the hands down by your side, walking your hands in front of your shins, start to walk out into a little hip stretch. And if you want something to support your hands, you can place blocks or books underneath the hands. You can always stay on the fingertips to give you a little more belly space. And kind of rocking side to side could feel really good here. It's pretty early in our practice, so you might not have as much space as you do towards the end of a practice, but if you're a little more flexible, you're welcome to release the forearms down. And then gently walking your hands over to the right, getting a nice stretch into the left side of your body. See if you can reach your left fingertips even beyond your right fingers to offer more of a bend and a little more space. And taking one more inhale here. Exhale, walk your hands back towards the center and then all the way back up towards your shins. Good. Releasing your legs forward, give them a nice little shake out, and then we're going to switch the cross of the legs so opposite shin is now in front. And it should feel definitely a little bit different. As you inhale, reach your arms skyward, find length. Exhale, fold the body forward, hands towards the floor. Again, maybe on blocks, maybe you're still staying lifted onto the fingertips, maybe you're dropping to the forearms. Lots of different variations. Just do what feels best in your body. Sometimes I don't like to go as far down because I feel that compression in my belly. So finding those nice breaths. I really enjoy guiding the breath more towards the back of the body here, into the lower back and hips. So see if you can maybe think about that if that works for you. Good, and then gently walking your hands over to the left side, reaching those right fingertips forward, finding a little more space. Nice, taking one more inhale. Exhale, walking your hands back towards center line, and then hands are going to come all the way back towards your shins. Good. Releasing your legs once again straight forward, and take a little wider gap in the legs just to give a little space for the belly. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. And then as you exhale, just lengthen forward. Maybe the hands touch the toes, maybe not. If not, you can always release the hands to the outsides or insides of the feet. Again, whatever feels most comfortable. The idea is that we're not compressing the belly and the diaphragm, that we're lifting forward so the chest is actually lifting and extending towards the top of your mat. Keep your feet flexed, anchoring your thighs down towards your hamstrings. This will help give a stretch to the back of the legs. Really good. Taking one more breath here. And then exhale, carefully walking your hands all the way back up towards your hips. Nice job. We're going to sweep our legs off to one side, come into a hands and knees position. And we'll move through a little flow here. So I'm going to use my blanket to help pad up my knees. We'll have our hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart, find your cow pose. And then as you exhale, curl your toes, round your spine, and extend your hips back into a downward facing dog. So I like to give myself a little more space in between the feet for the belly. And then on your inhale, lengthen forward, releasing the knees, dropping the belly, scooping the heart. Exhale, curl the toes, rounding into downward facing dog and re-lengthening there. Take an inhale, bringing the body forward, drop the knees down, lift the heart. Exhale, curl the toes, rounding the back and lifting into a dog. Nice, just 2 more. The inhale will send you forward. Cow pose. Exhale, curl the toes and lift up and back. Last one, inhale, glide forward, dropping the knees, lifting the heart. Exhale, curl the toes, round the spine, and lift the hips. Good, pausing here in your dog. Again, you can widen your feet as much as you'd like, that feels comfortable. Take an inhale, come high onto the balls of the feet. Exhale, releasing the heels to the right. Inhale, high onto the balls of the feet. Exhale, heels to the left. Good, one more. Inhale, high onto the feet. Exhale, heels to the right. Inhale, come high onto the balls of the feet. Exhale, heels to the left. Good, inhale, coming back to center. And then exhale, releasing the knees down. Back into tabletop position. Walk your hands about 2 inches forward of your shoulders. As you inhale, lengthen your hips forward, releasing them over to one side, making these big body rolls. Hips back towards heels, over to the opposite side, and forward. 2 more in this direction, and then we'll switch. Once the hips meet center, go ahead and switch the direction, taking 3 rounds, working in the opposite. Good. Once you get back to center, pause here. Scoop the belly in, lengthen the chest forward, find a modified plank position. Work your core strength. For 3, 2, and 1. Shift your hips all the way back towards your heels. Child's pose, forehead to the mat or on a block. Good. Inhale, bringing the body forward. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog, shift the hips. Good, take a nice breath in. As you exhale, gently walking your hands all the way back towards your feet, finding a gentle fold at the back of your mat. Good, firm into your left hand or fingertips, bend the left knee, inhale, sweeping the right arm up. Exhale, release the hand down. Bend into right knee, inhale, sweeping left arm up. Exhale, release it down. Really nice. Inhale, heart pulls forward. Exhale, fold back in. 2 more like that. Hands can move to the shins. Inhale, heart pulls forward. Exhale, release. One more. Inhale, pulling heart forward. Exhale, letting it go. Sliding the hands to the upper thighs, pressing the chest forward, carefully coming up to a stand. And then reaching your right arm skyward, find a nice long spine. Bend into right elbow, hands gonna land on the upper middle back. I'm gonna face forward to show you. You're gonna take the opposite hand to the opposite elbow and pull back. So we're working into that tricep stretch. So again, if the elbow is kind of forward like this, we're really starting to round into the upper spine. So do your best to lift the chest. Tailbone is not sticking out. Release it down towards your heels and press into the tricep. Reach the head into a neutral position. So again, chin's not dropping towards chest. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, side bend, lean to the left side wall, open up through the right side of your body. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, come back to center and release the hands down. Good. Inhale, left arm reaches. Bending the elbow, landing the hand on the back. Right hand's gonna go to left elbow, kind of peeling that back. Try not to stick the bum out. Instead, draw the tailbone down. Lift the heart. Take a full breath here. And then start to find your side bend, leaning over to the right side wall, working that stretch down the left side of your body. Taking one more inhale. Exhale, come back to center and release the hands down. Really nice. Let's take a nice walk to the top of the mat. I'm gonna leave my blanket there because we will end up lowering the back knee down, so it'll be nice to have that. And I'm gonna use my blocks. So I'm gonna set my blocks up around my feet already. And this is gonna help me when I go into my low lunge. So if you have something like this, please offer that. And then when you're ready, inhale, the arms are gonna reach up. Exhale, begin to fold the body forward. Hands are gonna release to the blocks. Inhale, chest will pull forward. As you exhale, you're gonna step your left leg back. This time stay balanced on the ball of the back foot. So just kind of shifting forward and backward a little bit, teetering into the hips. So we're not quite working that front leg straight just yet. Just teetering into the hips, and then find some stability. It might be helpful to walk your right foot to the right. Pull your right hip back and in. Crescent pose. Soften and bend into your left knee. Reach the arms skyward. Good. Full breath in, really using that low belly to help support your lower back. One more inhale. Exhale, hands are going to come to the floor. Good. Start to straighten into your right leg on the inhale. Exhale, sinking into the hips, lifting the heart. Inhale, right leg straight. Exhale, bend deep. One more. Inhale, right leg straight. Exhale, bend deep. Find that nice low lunge and then release the left knee down. Untuck the left toes. Inhale, reaching the arms forward and up. Good. As you exhale, you're going to take one hand, left hand to belly, and right arm's going to open up behind you. So find that rotation here. Good. Maybe shift your gaze back towards those fingers. Good. Take one more inhale. Exhale, both arms forward and up. Good. Full breath in. Exhale, left hand to belly, right arm wide. Inhale, arms forward and up. One more. Exhaling, left hand to belly, right arm back. Inhaling, forward and up. Good. Slowly releasing your hands down towards your blocks. You might want to shift to the higher height and then sink the hips back, glide the right heel forward. Find your hamstring stretch. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, root down into your right hand. Take an inhale, sweeping your left arm up. Keep pulling your hips back so you're not curling into your ribs. Pressing the hips back, one more in-breath. Exhale, left hand down towards the block. Rebending into the right knee, sink forward. Walk your blocks towards that foot. Tuck your back toes, step the back foot forward, and fold on in. Working some strength. Bend the knees, drop the hips, reach the arms, find your chair pose. Exhale, refold, lengthen over the thighs. Inhale, heart presses forward. Exhale, step that right leg back, and then find your runner's lunge. If you heightened the blocks before, maybe you want to drop them down here. And we're just going to teeter on the ball of the back foot, kind of rocking forward and back just to get in some heat into the legs. And then pausing here, find that stability, softly bending into the back knee as you reach up for your crescent lunge. Good, let that right hip flexor go. Take one more inhale. Exhale, releasing the hands all the way down towards your blocks. Inhale, left leg straighten. Exhale, rebend the knees, sinking the hips. Inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, bend deep. One more. Inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, nice deep bend. Pause here, releasing the right knee down. Untuck the back toes and reaching the arms forward and up. Good. Right hand's going to come to belly. As you exhale, left arm out wide. For this first one, take a nice inhale here. And then exhale, releasing back to center. Inhale, arms up. One breath to one movement. Hand to belly. Exhale, open wide. Good. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hand to belly. Left arm opens wide. Good. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to blocks. Maybe shifting to that higher height. Sinking your hips back, glide the left heel forward, working your half split. And staying with that nice, steady, even breath. And gently pressing down into that left hand. Take an inhale, start to sweep that right arm up. Opening up, remember to pull those hips back so you stay nice and long in your ribs. One more breath here. Exhale, right hand down. Good. Bending into your left knee, shift forward, tuck your back toes, and then stepping the right foot forward to meet the left, folding in. Chair pose. Bend the knees, drop the hips, sweeping the arms. Exhale, rising to a stand, hands to the heart. Really nice. We're going to take a nice wide step on our mat. So you don't need your props right now. And set them off to the side. Nice wide step onto the mat. We're going to rotate the heels in and the toes out. We're squatting down into goddess pose. Strengthen and open the hips. We're going to cross the right arm over the left. Now some of us might just be grabbing opposite shoulders. Some of us might take eagle wrap in the arms. So do whatever feels best. You can get that stretch across your upper back. I'm going to do the double wrap. Pull the elbows up, forearms drive away. Okay? As if you're sliding down a wall. Take an inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, sink low. And we'll just hold here. 5 breaths. Good. One more inhale. Exhale, rise up to a stand. Fly the arms out wide. And then rotate the toes forward so they're parallel. Interlock the hands behind you at your lower back. So that'll look like this, but behind you. Open up through the shoulders. So the knuckles are going to drag down towards your tailbone. The heart's going to lift. Find an inhale here. Exhale, begin to fold over the thighs in between the legs. Take one more breath in. Exhale, hands are going to come all the way down towards the mat. Inhale, lengthen forward. Start to walk your hands off your mat, coming into almost like a wide-legged down dog. So get really stretchy. Feel your inner arches lifting, outer arches pressing down. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, walking your hands back towards your feet. And then slowly, hands to hips, come all the way back to a stand. Good. Once again, rotate your toes out, heels in. This time, left arm is going to cross over right, so opposite arm. Double wrap or grab your shoulders. Bend your knees, sink down, drop deep. 5 breaths. Now, even in something challenging, it's really helpful here to start to find some safe place, right? Think about the labor and delivery, working in a tough situation or challenging, physically challenging situation, and finding that safe space in your mind and with your breath to stay calm and stay relaxed. Good, rooting down into the feet. Take an inhale. Exhale, rise up, fly your arms away, and then rotate your toes forward once again and interlace the hands. Go one finger over with the interlace so it feels different in the shoulders. And then inhale, knuckles drag down towards the tailbone, heart lifts, full breath in. Exhale, fold forward. One more in-breath. Exhale, hands down towards the feet. And then lift up halfway. Root down into your right hand. Inhale here. Exhale, sweep your left arm skyward, open across your chest. Good. One more in-breath. Exhale, releasing the hand down. Good. Firming down into that left hand. As you exhale, right arm opens up. Find your twist here. And then exhale, releasing that right hand down towards the floor. Good. Take a full breath in. We're going to heel toe the feet a little closer towards one another. And then coming into a yogi squat. So again, rotate the toes out, heels in. This time the feet are a little closer and drop the hips to center line. Snuggle your triceps in between your knees or thighs and lift the heart. Another great place to start to open the hips, start to breathe into the challenge. If you want more, float those arms overhead, maybe grab opposite elbows, crisscrossing the forearms. Peel the arms back, lifting the heart, really working into the legs. So you need to use your hips here to stabilize. Good, one more inhale. Exhale, releasing the hands down towards the floor, kind of folding inward. Revolve the feet. Heel toe the feet a little closer, so they're about hips width. Climbing the hands to shins, hands to thighs, and then all the way up to a stand. Really nice job. So we're gonna move into a little bit of a toe, not a little bit of a toe stand, we're gonna move into a toe stand and just kind of really working those inner thighs and inner hips. So feet are gonna come together. You're gonna inhale, kind of shift your weight forward. So already come up onto your toes and lift your heels. So this is already challenging for the balance. So you really wanna squeeze those inner thighs together. And then we'll start to bend the knees, drop the hips down towards the heels. So bending the knees, maybe the thighs start to work a little closely towards one another. Dropping all the way down, working a toe stand balance, lift those heels, squeezing our thighs together, and then scooping the heart. So hands to the center of the chest, and breathing here. See if you can lift up a little more. I know it's hard, especially with the balance, so try and stick with it, stay focused. One more inhale. Exhale, hands come down, shift the weight forward, release the knees, and come to a standing on the shins. Releasing the feet back. Good, bring the hands to the lower back, elbows hug in. As you inhale, press the hips forward, scooping the heart, nice big breath. Try not to stick out the tailbone. Tailbone releases down, heart lifts. And then as you exhale, releasing back onto your heels. And you might want to use a block or something to help prop your hips up. And breathing here. Good, let's take another one of those. Come up to standing on the shins, hands to the hips, elbows hug in, press the hips forward, lean the heart skyward, full breath. Exhale, fold back in, releasing the hips to the block. For this next one, we'll go side to side. So as you inhale, come back up onto your shins. We're gonna have left hand to the belly, right hand's gonna reach down. You might wanna tuck your toes here. Maybe you tap the block, maybe the hand just glides down the leg, or maybe to the heel, okay? So inhale, one hand to belly, lean back, reach back, grab or tap the heel. Exhale, come back to center. Good, switch. Inhale, lift the heart, right hand to belly, left hand reaches down, open the chest, and come back to center. I love doing that because I really feel a stretch around my abdomen and feel so much more space around my ribs and diaphragm. I think it's really a powerful tool to open up and release the breath. So I love doing those little spinal extensions. Good. So we're going to shift over and go ahead and come into a seat. We've done this before where we've taken a seated variation of figure 4 stretch. So again, we're going to bend the knees. Hands are going to land behind the hips. We're going to cross the right ankle over the left knee and just flex into the foot. If you have a lot of space, you might be able to scooch that left foot in and bring your chest very close to the leg, okay? If you're a little tighter in the hips, it might feel better to have more space between the torso and the leg. So you decide. I like a closer range of motion. I feel it more. My hips tend to be a little more open. But you also want to be mindful not to overstretch, so don't force yourself to get there. You also want to be mindful not to round in your spine. So use your hands to help anchor you and lift you through the center of the chest. And we'll hold here. Take one more inhale. Exhale slowly. If you're in this closed grip, you're gonna wanna lengthen out to release the foot down. Good, stretching that right leg forward. Full breath in, getting that nice length. And I'm gonna go into like a half reverse table. So like a half plank and half reverse table. So my right leg's gonna stay long, my left foot is planted. Inhale, I'm gonna lift up. And just get that nice stretch across my hip flexor. Exhale, slowly come on down. Good. Bend into your right knee, cross left ankle over right thigh, and then bring it in as closely as you can, as comfortable for you. Walk your hands in, and then be mindful that we're not rounding. It's always more important to find that space in your spine and that length than it is to be cuddled or huddled in here and get close to the legs. So it doesn't really matter. You just want to feel the stretch, but keep the length in the spine. Last full breath in. Exhale, gently walk the right foot away from you. Just give yourself a little more space. Releasing the left leg forward and down. Good. Keeping the right foot where it is. So you do want it a little further away because when you pop up into that reverse table / reverse plank, you want to have the stability in the right leg. As you inhale, push down through that right foot, lift up, open the chest, get that stretch into your left hip flexor, and exhale, slowly come on down. Really nice. That is some work on the arms, you guys. Woo, okay. So let's come back into our very comfy seat. Good, re-soften the eyes to close. Take that nice lift into the belly and chest. And we're gonna go do a little exercise where we stick the thumbs out. We've done this before, several classes back, where we did some breath work, some nice, stable, steady breathing, but we held our thumbs and arms out, and it really started to work into the shoulders. But it's a really great technique to see how we respond to challenge and how to surrender when things start to heat up in the body. So we'll, again, find a comfy cross-legged seat, reach the arms out, knuckles are gonna plug in, the thumbs are gonna be lifted. So it's like a thumbs up position. Chest is gonna lift, and we're making little figure eights with the thumbs. Okay, so making little figure eights. So start on your little figure eights. They don't have to be perfect, but we're gonna soften our eyes, focus on the breath. This will become challenging, and together, we will work through it. And this is a great prep to start coaching yourself on how to work through those contractions when we get there on our due date or our birth date. Good. Just finding those even breaths, doing the best you can with your figure eights. Try not to drop the arms. I know it's going to be tempting. I'm already feeling that burning sensation and that heat building. So I'm going to stay focused with my breath. Last 3 breaths. You made it, arms down. Woo! That was tiring. Release the shoulders, shoulders up, back and down. Give those arms a shake. Good job. That was really tough, especially for that really long hold. Hopefully we can start doing that and work through, build some techniques that are really going to help us make it to those breaks between contractions. All right, we're going to go ahead and set up for rest. So again, if you have a pregnancy pillow that you'd like to use for a side lying position, you're welcome to take it. Otherwise, if you have blocks and a bolster, I'm going to stack my blocks to the second height. Go ahead and grab my bolster, place my bolster right across the blocks, and pull it slightly towards my mat. My blanket or pillow I'm going to use for the top of my, or for my head at the top of my mat, and then coming into a side lying position. So I love this because it releases the hips and lower back and it feels so good. Softening the eyes here, allowing yourself to rest. One hand on the belly. Oftentimes this is when my baby starts kicking, so it's always fun to feel. And it's a really good time to connect as well, connecting back with your body, with baby, with breath. For those of you with lots of time, or at least a few more minutes, feel free to rest here for as long as you like. If or when you're ready to come out, you're going to use your opposite hand to help press you up. And you'll close off in a seat. So you can always pause the video and feel free to rest, and then unpause the video to close off with us together. Coming into that comfortable seat, re-soften your eyes to close, bringing your hands to your heart, and just really honoring the time that you spend on your mat, caring for your health, well-being, and that of your baby. Thank you so much for joining me and continuing to join me for the next several weeks as we head into our 3rd trimester and then beyond to our postnatal series, which will be all about getting back to our bodies and having baby nearby. So we'll be going on this journey together, and I can't wait to continue to share with you. Thanks again for tuning in. As always, if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all of our new content, videos, and access to me to answer your questions. Thanks so much. Namaste.